Mama, na digital blessing. High tech, they rise, no stressing. Money boy on the beat. I see numbers on my screen. Green candles make me lean. My people, them, they win. High tech, they flow like stream. Enough we go down. Now only young we know. All my people gather round. Make we show them how we grow. High tech, na juju money. Juju money. Price, they rise infinitely. My God, that shows this blessing. Digital money, no go rest.
All right, let's take a look. How about the mic? Let's see if mic is working. Give me just a second. Okay, it's working. So we can start. My name is Hightech, of course. I am the creator of Hightech Meme Coin. This is its mint address. This is not for tips, of course. And thanks to this, you can recognize if you are looking at the right high-tech meme coin or not on Solana network. It's a Solana meme coin. And yeah, on these live streams, I will be discussing what just happened today in the cryptocurrency market and what I think about that. About it, I will be sharing my 11 years of expertise with you guys, looking at the charts. So let's start. Maybe allow me to turn off Telegram just in case, so we don't get any private messages here. So if you guys have any questions, naturally ask me, write me. I'll see it here in the live chat section. So I highly encourage you to do so. It's very nice when viewers interact with me here. If you don't have anything to say, just write a hi. That will be good enough, to be honest. So yeah, as you see, Bitcoin recent hours started to drop a little bit. Not a big deal, really. We have not taken out the the low made on Saturday here. As you see, actually on Sunday it was lower. On Sunday it came slightly lower. Yeah, it came down to even below 112,000, which is 111 and $920. That was the low on Sunday. Since that time we were recovering nicely. We even approached 116,000. We went really close, and now since then we are on a decline, unfortunately, of course. But should be well worried? Is this dictated by S&P once again? Probably yes. Probably yes. Let's take a look. So yeah, S&P has opened higher. As you see, later it started to sell off. Now it's forming a W pattern on 15-minute. So yeah, there is some chance that it will get back up and even make a new local high today. All-time highs probably we will not see during this trading session, but who knows, maybe sometime this week. As you may remember, yesterday I was predicting that most likely we will just go sideways in a chop like this within this range here that has been marked with these two, let's say, levels. And yeah, let's see how this one ages. In the meantime, I expect Bitcoin to keep repeating what it has been doing. So, display a lot of schizophrenia here. Indecision. All of my hope lays right now in altcoins. I hope altcoins are going to see some growth and show something at the same time. Yesterday, this weekly, of course, looked much better than this, but it's just Tuesday, still early. On this daily candle, one thing I don't like is that we made lower low so far on the other. So that could be a sign that tomorrow, Wednesday, is also, let's say, with a destiny to be with a destiny to be red too. Probably not as much anymore, but we can still, if this one finalizes like this. I mean, we already made a lower low, and that's a bad sign on its own. I mean, short term, of course, not the long term, because this is not a big time frame. So tomorrow can be slightly negative, and then on Thursday, as you may remember, recently belonged to those days that, for whatever reason, I don't really know why, it shows the direction of the market. Last Thursday has proven it. On Thursday, we did not pump, we dumped, and then the rest of the week was even worse. And that was here, as you see. We tried to pump. It started from a pump, and then we dumped, and then Friday and Saturday went down, just down the hill, straight into the sewer. So, yeah, I think once again Thursday is the day to look at from close distance under magnifying glass. It could be better, could be worse, of course, as well, but could be better too. How about Bitcoin dominance? Yeah, Bitcoin dominance is recovering. Bitcoin dominance is recovering, which is not what we want. Yesterday was quite a good day for those awaiting altcoin season. When looking at Bitcoin dominance, today is a little bit worse, but it's not the worst, because mainly, most importantly, we are below 61.87, the level that I have marked here. So hope is with us. How about USDTD? What development we got there today? Okay, so it looks like it's trying to bounce back up. It made a new high against yesterday. But it's just a daily candle, right? Just a daily. Weekly looks much more worrisome, but it's very young, still very young. It looks a little bit troubling for now. It looks like USDTD may have a little bit more steam than it's visible on the daily, and that I don't like this, of course, to be honest. But it's still very young weekly candle, so let's do not be fear mongering. Not just yet. If we get to Friday, let's say, and it still looks like this, that's a topic on another discussion. But so far, I think we can dismiss it and focus on the daily. And on the daily, nothing catastrophical, catastrophical, or catastrophical. I don't know which accent would be correct. No, catastrophic, right? Nothing catastrophic. It's not about the accent, it's about the word. Nothing catastrophic has happened yet. I was inventing some new English here. I don't even know if catastrophical as a word exists in English dictionary. Probably not. But I'm not a native English speaker, so you must forgive me from time to time when I commit mistakes like this one and more. So far, like I said, it's not that bad. Later this week, we will be a little bit smarter. Should we be worried or not? A little bit more or not? I think it's not that bad. Yeah, okay. If you guys have any questions, of course, let me know. Don't forget about that part of the show. It's a very important part. Your participation in it. Here I see people are liking some of my comments. That's good. And let's take a look back at others chart and the daily here. Right now, the way it's printed, it makes it more probable that we are going to mark a W here and then take off from that moment. Um, so that will mean tomorrow, as I previously mentioned, could be red, and then on Friday we'll get that Thursday we'll get that reversal, and Friday and the rest of the week remains positive in that scenario. And let's hope it happens. Let's hope it happens. Because fourth quarter is coming at us fast. So that's my guess. One thing I'm quite certain that we will not see any big drops in the crypto market that some people expect. Anything that we could call a black swan later on. I don't think we are in such danger. I think in that regard we can completely relax. The only thing that let's say threatens us is just boredom and regular volatility. That of course includes both sides, a little bit of up, a little bit of down, sideways chop, whipsaw, as some people call it. And that's it. And we have to prevail like this until this market finally gathers enough of steam and does something a little bit, more to talk about, more to be excited about. Right now it's just boring. Right now it's just boring because no side is satisfied, nor the bulls nor the bears. And yeah, apparently it has to be like this. It has to be this way for the time being, just so later on we have some more fun. Okay, let's take a look at crypto bubbles. What this one is painting. All right, so rare is plus 25%. I have a trade in rare, but it's just opened, so I have got nothing to show there. Just few green bubbles. All of the rest, as you see, remains red. Broccoli is suffering the most, minus 33. So that's a sizable down, but broccoli is, from what I remember, just a meme coin. So those are most prone to huge swings, huge corrective swings. So that is why if you are not professional, if you're not a professional, if you don't trade with highly sophisticated systems, you should probably not even look at meme coins, especially those listed on CEXs, CEXs, because they will just rip you off. Another story is of course with my own meme coin, high tech, which I highly encourage you to get yourself a bit of. It's a still very, very small coin. You should the size of it you should judge by the liquidity pool. The liquidity pool is tiny. It's very tiny. So whoever comes to it now is one of the first people. I have absolute conviction that this one is going to grow very, very big sometime in foreseeable future. And yeah, my advice is get yourself $1, $2, $3 of it, something small that you will not sweat over, but you will have at least a little bit of skin in the game. If what I think, if what I say turns out to be true, and I'm 100% It will. 100% sure it will. Let's take a look at liquidations today, liquidation levels. I don't know what the hell I just clicked. Okay, here it is. Almost 60 millions liquidated I mean, 60 millions liquidated, almost 50 million from that liquidated in longs. So mainly long suffered today. ETH, the same stuff. ETH 170. This is very funny that Ethereum recently see much higher levels of liquidations than Bitcoin. That's probably because of ETFs. That's the title of today's live stream. ETF Outflows. That is mainly, I think, talking about Ethereum. No, Bitcoin too. Bitcoin actually too, because whenever I forge a title, I ask Grok what significant today happened today in the news space about crypto, and that is what he has given to me. Me myself, I'm a professional trader, so I don't watch the news really. I do not rely on news. I rely on what the chart is showing me. So that's a big difference in between me and probably most of the guys you ever watched. And yeah, apparently that is the story. That is the story. People are fearful because S&P is dropping. They are withdrawing from ETFs, Bitcoin ETFs, Ethereum ETFs, and that is leading to those assets declining with their prices too. Yeah. Crypto fear and greed index. Let's take a look. Yesterday it was at 55. Today has not updated yet. I mean the reading from today has not updated yet. The day before yesterday it was at 52, so we went slightly up. And today, as you see, as we just have checked on crypto bubbles, it's a bloodbath. It's not really a bloodbath. It's just a day of negative volatility. That's it. Unless you were very unlucky and you are, let's say, betting big on today being a good day. If you over leveraged or you invested in some totally random meme coins, I don't know, some Solana DEX that you know nothing about the creator, nothing about the intention behind it, then probably it was a bloodbath for you today. Other than that, if you stick to my advice, then you should not be overly worried. I even say buy the dip, just buy the dip. Now is the time to buy the dip. There will be time when I tell you don't do it, don't buy the dip now. This is not the time. There was a time for it, but that's not now. You will see. Right now, I say yeah. Every single pullback you see, I think, in your mind should function as quite a decent, quite handsome opportunity to earn money in not so long, in not so distant future. Okay, let's go over to my X account. Let's see. Let's review those news. What really the space is talking about. Let's confront what Grok has served me as a title with what sits in minds of people in the crypto space. Breaking: Italian MP Marcello Coppo urges National Banking Foundation to start allocating Bitcoin. Interesting. So he's shilling Bitcoin in Italy. This is about MSTR. Let's keep it. 60% of Strategy's Bitcoin holdings were acquired after President Trump's election. Interesting. We're going to need like 3-4 Africas to ever hit 290 again. Replying to Cardano feed. Okay, so only Arf is very skeptical when it comes to Cardano. So he's insinuating that the first pump that we've got, we had on Cardano, it was thanks to Africa. I don't know how much, how true is that, to be honest. I have no idea. Dusty BC crypto breaking. Polymarket traders now see a 53% chance that Bitcoin drops below 100k, below 2026. Below 100k, yeah, for sure. For sure will go below 100k, but not before November. Not before November. Some sometime in November or this December. My bet is on November, second half, or close to second half. But I will not put money on it. Bitcoin breakdown. Me doing technical analysis, even though I know I'll never sell my Bitcoin. Okay. Good morning to everyone using stablecoins on Tron. Yeah, I've used USDT on Tron. Now I use it on Solana because it's cheaper. Nowadays, Solana and sending stablecoins, it's just cheaper there. Altcoin Daily, the fiat flood came and his Bitcoin ARC floated. This is of course Michael Saylor on the picture, and here Altcoin Daily pricing him. Michael Saylor, I think twice already he kicked off a Bitcoin bull run. First in 2021 and second in 2023. Walter Bloomberg, second earthquake in 3 days hits New York City area. That's not good. Second earthquake in 3 days. And if they are writing about it, then probably it was something major than just a minor shaking. I don't know the story, the history of earthquakes in New York City. It never functioned in my mind as a place that can experience earthquakes. So that's somewhat surprising to me. But maybe my assumption is completely wrong, and it has a record of earthquakes. Jacob Canfield says, Bitcoin, this is why you want to see lower claims for bullish confirmation. Otherwise, they become lower highs and former support turns to resistance. Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's because of people breaking even. Sometimes when people invest in the wrong time, the price comes back to where they put their money in, and because they just got hell of a scared, they sell at break even. That's the psychology of it. Cointelegraph, ETF flows around 323.5 million of BTC dollars of BTC and $465.1 million of ETH were sold on August 4th. So yesterday. Okay. So yeah, quite a lot, but nothing groundbreaking, to be honest. So less on Bitcoin than on Ethereum. That's interesting. To be honest, I would expect it to be other way around. But hey. Jeff Walton, Apple quarterly net income priced in Bitcoin. See the world in B. So it's declining. Okay. Yeah, but let's see how it moves from here, because now Bitcoin is approaching capitalization of Apple. So let's say now they play in the same league, and let's see it from here. Because when the asset is small, it has small market. It's very easy for it to grow with a little bit of network effect. And that is why I keep advising you to put something small into high tech, because this one is still very very microscopic. So that is why this comparison has been very unfair up until now. Now let's say because Bitcoin is in the top 10 or top 5 of let's say most valuable assets by capitalization, market capitalization. So now we are in, let's say, in this reality where we can get reliable comparison. XRP will be the most valued asset in the world, and Ripple will be the most valued company in the world. I don't think so, to be honest. So, and no DLT is preaching that. So the guys just an XRP shield. Not financial advice. Yeah, good, you have written that in your bio. Definitely not financial advice. That's just crap. Not the financial advice. By the way, guys, if you see any of my comments on X, please do not treat it overly serious, because I'm having a piece. I'm pulling your leg, guys. I joke a lot. I provoke a lot. I'm not serious. If you want me to speak my mind in a serious fashion, you have to come over to my live streams and interact with me here with the live chat. Then you will hear my honest opinion. On X, I'm fooling around big time. So guys, just don't wave your fists at me. Avidak looking good. This is LTC against the USD. Yeah, I've noticed there's quite few LTC bulls or even maximalists. I had a very long conversation with Toadshi, I think his nickname was, and yeah, it was a very funny conversation, because that guy he wanted to win the conversation, win the argument at all cost, and at the very end it completely went off rails. Like we started to talk about completely other stuff than initially, and then where it started from, and yeah, this guy is apparently an LTC bull, LTC perma bull. I didn't know they existed up until recently. I mean, not in such a hardcore, let's say, version. I had that aware because I'm in this for 11 years, so I had that awareness that there are people that sympathize with one coin or another. But Litecoin, I don't think it ever had, let's say, community pronounced that much. So it has like die-hard perma bulls. So that's a little bit funny. Bitcoin tile. And by the way, shout out to Tochi, if that's how you pronounce his nickname. And Tochi, once again, man. If you see me something writing, poking you, or I don't know, maybe writing something with criticism, remember that I'm just fooling around. Jobs crashing, recession incoming. Maybe we should have stuck with gold. Okay. Gold will crash too at some point. But I think for the time being, until November, everything will be more or less okay. Altcoins too. Worry not. Altcoins will wake up at some point, sometime very soon. they will wake up, we'll have another great rally. Probably the best rally out of last rallies we already had. So far we had two nice rallies throughout last 18 months, let's say, and I think this one is going to be the biggest. But the crash will be also very nice. Yeah. How long have I been talking to you guys here? 31 minutes, not that long. I don't know why it feels like it's a very long time. Maybe because I'm sleepy again. I'm sleepy. I was planning to make this live stream in the morning, but then I got caught up with my duties, with things I wanted to do, tasks I wanted to finish. And before I realized it was already evening in my time zone. It's 8 p.m. right now in my time zone, so yeah, I'm sleepy again. I'm tired again. I'm sleepy again, which is stupid. Hopefully tomorrow will be better. Okay, let's see a little bit more of Twitter here. Lululemon stock down 45% since this post. Low quality, overpriced sweatpants. Short Lulu now. It's not too late. This stock is going to zero. I don't even know what that is because I don't trade stocks. Unless they are on Solana. If they are on Solana as tokenized stocks, then probably at some point I will be interested. Tesla using autopilot are 10x safer than the average US driver. Yeah, they have a lot of agents driving there, so that brings down the safety of on the road significantly. I don't know why, but agents are terrible drivers on average, of course. I'm not saying all agents, but on average they are. Especially women. Oh my God, well, Asian women, danger on the road. Roaring Hammy. What's your goal next? Are you building a side hustle on next to earn some additional income? What's my goal? My goal is to gather as much following as possible and give my backholders as much profits as possible. That's my goal. This is Musk. I don't know what Musk is. And I don't think I'm trading it, to be honest. Bitcoin Lebowski. Actually it's Lebowski. Not 16.41, core 83.37. Continue. Okay, nodes and core, of course, are softwares for Bitcoin nodes. So core is still in majority, but node is rising, node is growing. What else? Goes to 100-day moving average now plus $3,000 per ounce pull below. Okay. Yeah, gold has experienced a very nice rally. Probably, like I said, it will continue until sometime until November. Then everything will crash against US dollar, and later on it will continue the growth deep into the 2026. So that's the part that differs here, right? Because most of analysts and people that analyze the market, they think until November, and then wave it bye bye, wave it goodbye. I say until November correction, and then buy the dip, buy the shot out of that dip, and ride it into the deep 2026. Ride it all the way up. Binance founder CZ just said Trump's new executive order will open international banking for Bitcoin crypto it's happening. Okay. The cost of not locking in can be detrimental. All right, okay, guys, allow me to end it here. I don't want to make it too long, too boring. Not much material to discuss today. I think tomorrow is going to be boring as well. Emotions will kick in on Thursday, highly likely. And yeah, I think you should be buying this deep. I think you should be allocating something into high tech here and buying up this dip, to be honest. Let me have a final look at the outcome market. Yeah, that's the shape of it as we speak. This time, Thursday, I think, is going to give us a lot of joy, unlike the last one. So, yeah, that's it for today, guys. Thank you for your time, and I see you soon. Cheers.